Alright, y'all, we finna be reacting to the 4 killers who showed no remorse in court. We already know who this nigga is, bro. So he don't even need no introduction. Let's get right into this shit, man.
This is Ronnie ONeill. He is a double murder suspect in Riverview, Florida.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn it, I'm not.
ONeill was 29 when he fatally
Man, bruh. That shit was wild.
You think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn it, I'm not.
ONeill was 29 when he fatally shot his then-girlfriend Kenyatta Barron. Following this, he murdered their own daughter by striking her multiple times with a hatchet. She was only 9 years old. ONeill also stabbed their 8-year-old son before pouring gasoline all over the house and setting it on fire. ONeill was arrested upon fleeing the burning house. The son was able to escape but was critically wounded and suffered from burns. The first 911 call on the incident was from the girlfriend who was heard screaming before suddenly hanging up. 8 minutes later, another call came in from ONeill.
911, what is your emergency? Hey, I just been attacked by some white demons inside Kiki. Kiki, her name is Kiki, and she tried to kill me. What's she at? Huh?
After the arrest, ONeill was psychologically cleared to represent himself in court. During the trial, he cross-examined his now 11-year-old son, who he stabbed, to which the son explained everything that happened.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes,
I did. And how did I hurt you?
you stabbed me.
ONeill also accused the prosecution of fabricating evidence.
This nigga stabbed his... Oh, hold on, bro. He killed his girlfriend. He killed his daughter and stabbed his son and tried to set the house ablaze. He tried to set the house ablaze. Hey, man. I don't know what to say, bro. Motherfuckers was tweaking.
Because he's playing a fraudulent damn recording of me beating Kenyatta Barron. I did kill Kenyatta Barron.
After ONeill was found guilty at his sentencing, the judge went on to say
I
this
never
was
heard
the
this.
worst case she's ever seen.
This is the worst case ever in my life, and I have seen some horrors.
He also stated that he was not sorry for what he did.
I am not sorry for something I didn't do, and I am not sorry for the things I did do.
ONeill was given a total of 3 life sentences plus 90 years without parole. And for ONeill's son, he was adopted by the detective who cared for him the night of the murders.
That's what's up.
This is
Hey, man, that's a W, man, bro. Shout out to him, man. Facts. That nigga killed... Damn. God damn.
Randall Moore. He is facing 3 life sentences for crimes against his former wife, Therese Ann Lynch. Lynch had left her husband and filed a protective order against him. This resulted in Moore kidnapping and killing his estranged wife. Officer Todd Rowland responded to the cries from the apartment, where he was then shot and wounded.
Okay, 303 Adams been hit, officer down. Suspect's armed with 20 shells. Advises nobody come to the door as he will shoot again.
Shortly after, Moore had a phone call with a 911 dispatcher. Listen as he explains his motives.
I didn't want to do any of this.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, all I wanted was my son. I just wanted to see my 7-month-old baby. That's all I cared about.
Not long after, Moore surrendered, and for Officer Rowland, he underwent surgery for his hand. As the verdict is read out, Moore gives nothing but a slight nod.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of kidnapping in the first degree. Guilty of sexual abuse in the first degree. Guilty of attempt to commit murder.
At Moore's sentencing, Lynch's mother gives a victim impact statement.
What you did to my daughter, Therese Ann Marie Lynch, was evil, hateful, and despicable. You are now dead and rotting and repulsive to me.
Read the journal she wrote. She hated you.
Thank you, Judge.
She hated you.
Thank you.
You're a loser.
Moore refused to apologize for his actions, saying he had no remorse for what happened.
And I'll tell you point blank, I have not 1 ounce of remorse for Teresa Ann's death. It could have all been prevented. All you had to do is let me see my kid. Now you're never gonna see her again.
But now comes the judge.
Nah, he a demon.
Didn't know
That nigga is a demon.
what a piece of work you were before you start talking. They know it now. The court doesn't allow me to punish you any more than I'm doing now. If I could, I would.
Moore was given a total of 3 life sentences plus 25 years.
Okay, now, this is one thing I never understood about going to jail. Bro, you don't think 1 life sentence is enough, bro? I'm only gonna die once. You gonna give me 3 life sentences like I'm gonna die 3 times, bro? I don't get that. Am I tweaking? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I am a little, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? Keep this ball rolling.
Years for the attempted murder. This is Keith Ferguson from Kalkaska, Michigan. He was set to court for 12 felony counts, including kidnapping and murder. Ferguson, who was 40 at the time, was engaged in a divorce argument with his wife, Tiffany Ferguson, when he began to suddenly beat her, followed by fatally shooting her in front of their 4 children. He then hauled the children over to Tiffany's parents' house, where he fatally shot his father-in-law. After fleeing the scene, Ferguson stormed a nearby house, taking the owner hostage, and barricaded himself inside the home. After a 7-hour standoff, Ferguson was arrested.
The defendant has already murdered multiple people, and fled, and has taken hostages.
During Ferguson's court appearance, his attitude and remorse towards the situation baffled everyone.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, can I get you to stand up there at the podium, please? All right, I need to have you raise your right hand for me. Okay, all right.
Pull me back from my cell.
Okay, stop.
At his sentencing, Tiffany's best friend gives a victim impact statement, saying she always felt that Keith would hurt his wife.
I knew one day he would kill her. She would always reply, "He loves his kids too much. He won't kill me. He loved them so much, he murdered their mother and grandfather."
When asked
He
about
killed
his
them?
children, Ferguson never desired to see.
I could have sworn they just said fatally shot him. I thought fatally shot mean, nigga, you got shot and you kind of fucked up, but you made it. You know what I'm saying? Folks didn't say that. He skipped right over that.
See or speak to them again.
Or maybe I wasn't listening. My fault, y'all.
The judge responded by saying,
"You may not meet the clinical definition of insanity, but there's clearly something fundamentally wrong with you."
Ferguson was given a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
I'll see y'all in hell.
Definitely
This
will.
is Michael Swanson, who was 17 when he went on a killing spree of 2 Iowa gas station attendees in the span of an hour.
Where did you shoot? On the body? Yeah. And in the face? In the face? Okay. Why the face? I was just gonna shoot to injure her. Why would I shoot her at all?
Swanson entered a gas station in Algano,
Damn.
Iowa, in a ski mask and a handgun, demanding cash and cigarettes from 47-year-old Vicky Bowman Hall.
Nigga, you robbed a gas station for probably like $500 and a pack of cigarettes, a pack of Newport shorts in a box. You did all that for a pack of Newport shorts in a box and a couple dollars? Bro, you did all that for some cigarettes. Man, I don't know what you would do, man. Y'all niggas tripping.
Despite following the request without hesitation, Swanson still shot and killed her. An hour later in Humboldt, Iowa, Swanson repeated the same act in another gas station, this time killing Sheila Myers. He was arrested 60 miles away from the shooting when authorities identified his vehicle. With both victims following his request but were killed anyways, it indicated that murder was Swanson's primary goal.
How did it feel when you pulled the trigger? I mean, some people say that, it feels powerful or that it's kind of a rush, or what did you feel when you pulled the trigger? I felt powerful.
Swanson was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of burglary. All allegations of Swanson's motives were answered by himself.
I then intentionally, deliberately, and with premeditation shot the clerk, causing her to die. I did this with a specific intent to kill her.
Now, as one of the victim's daughters gives a victim impact statement, Swanson sits completely emotionless.
How could you do what you did to my mom and my family? I want to know if you're even sorry. Are you sorry for what you did? My mom was not only completely 100% innocent, but she was also a defenseless woman when you came in with that gun. You said you did it for cigarettes and money and so no one could identify you, but I think that's a lie. You did it, as you later said on, that it was so you could feel powerful.
As Swanson was sentenced, he smiled and laughed.
Cold-blooded murder. Cold-blooded murder, young man. You are dangerous. You are unpredictable. Prison for the rest of your life.
Swanson was given 2 life sentences, and 4 years into his sentence, he slit another inmate's throat.
Damn! What for? He need the chair. That life sentence didn't help him. He need the chair. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. That was that. This probably a long ass video, but who gives a fuck?